Bayer Leverkusen won, Arsenal won, and let's just get it straight. That performance was absolutely awful, absolutely disgraceful. I was talking all my smack in my shorts and that, saying I want 4-5-0, want us to kill the tie in the first leg. PSV last season, we got a strong team. Leverkusen have lost their invincibles. You know, they lost in KAPE and Havertz and Frimpong and Boniface and Xhaka and Xabi Alonso. This Arsenal team, man. Oh God, I hope we win everything, because sometimes this team frustrates the living hell out of me, fam. I don't know what we was doing. We started the game in the first 5 minutes very, very well, zipping the ball around with some intent, trying to play it forward. Gokeres gets the ball, spins his man, puts his guy on the yellow, free kick outside the box. I'm like, okay, let's see something, another foul from this Andric guy, kind of passing it, with a bit of intent, get a good chance for Martinelli, goes over the crossbar, Timber plays the ball, Eze jacks it, Gokeres plays it to Martinelli, good shift onto his left foot, unlucky not to score, and I'm thinking, okay, game is there, what I was expecting. Let's eat some dinner today and cook this game and any of the hits, because remember, we're the only early kickoff. I've rushed home from work, left work early, I'll tell you that, fam. Left work early, told them I gotta go, duty calls, and I've done what I need to do. Got home for the stream, watched the watch along with Don, and shout out for Don. Go subscribe to his channel. I'm watching this game and it's just like I'm bored. Guys are just passing the ball. Rice gets the ball, Gabriel gets the ball, Saka gets Saliba gets the ball. No, they're not getting pressed, passing it left and right, taking too many touches, not trying to break lines as they happen to drop deeper and deeper to try and get onto the ball. Then there's no one making runs. Gokeres was doing well in the beginning of the game, holding it up and flicking it on and doing the striker work, but then it kind of faded and his quality started to deteriorate. Martinelli didn't really do much in the whole game. Saka started the game brightly, but just started to deteriorate, and Gramado started to get the better of him. And also just looked timid, lethargic, leggy, tired, uninspiring. Wasn't moving the ball fast enough. Wasn't making any chances. We had 6 shots in this whole game. You have to bear in mind that we scored a goal from a Havertz penalty, which I'll get to, which was a good penalty and good move from 2 subs that got that opportunity. And I guess I give Mikel credit there. But poor game, and obviously it's a 2-legged tie. Of course, in the Emirates game, we will anticipate Arsenal will handle business and probably being able to feel this team, feel that the players, how to reply in that second game. But it's like there was opportunities there to at least win this game and play better, and we didn't leave on the pitch today. First half were just not dead touches, guys passing the ball out of play, guys not passing with any invention, guys failing their dribbles, crosses into the box where there's no one there. No shots out of the box, no shots in general, no chance creation, no excitement. A lot of space from Bayer Leverkusen. It wasn't pressing, but there was space that they're playing in the mid block. The midfield was open. Arsenal's movement and rotations were causing space, but there was just no players carrying the ball into that space, wanted to pass the ball with risk or intent or pace and quality. And then we go in at 0-0 at halftime, and I'm thinking, do you know what? We've seen this before with Arsenal. Play dead, waste of 45 minutes, play within themselves, go control, come out and, handle their business. So we're all expecting that. Obviously, big shout out to Leverkusen, and I'll have a little section for them because I've got to give some credit to their manager and a couple of players on their team. But second half starts now, and instantly, because Leverkusen kicked off, very interesting kickoff. They set the ball and they go forward straight away, like pass the ball forward, they drive. The Kofane guy, the striker, 19-year-old Cameroonian striker, who was excellent today, who's one of the players I'll credit, gets the ball. I think he has a shot, gets deflected, goes up for a corner, and from that corner, resulting corner, they get a goal. Corner whipped all the way to the back post, and this Andric guy, who could have potentially got a red card, but I'm not even going to say that because they're both yellows, but I kind of hate when players get sent off for those kind of things early. But the way the ref was refereeing the game probably should have, the way he was refereeing the game specifically. But nevertheless, free header for him at the back post, free header. I don't know who was marking him, but literally the ball gets whipped Saka style all the way to that back post, and he's literally there, bang into the near post. 1-0 to Leverkusen right at the start of the second half, and it's head loss in the sense of after watching that first half and then conceding like that, not having any chances is nonsense. And I was saying this, it's not just about Arsenal playing and lacking the quality. You're playing a whole nother team. And yeah, Leverkusen don't have any known names or players that maybe people credited before this game. But they're still professional players who play football every single day who are good players. Like, and if you give them confidence and you don't threaten them, put pressure onto them, and they have that space and time, and they're feeling like, you know what, there's opportunity, they're gonna play. And the manager probably gave them a halftime team talk like, fam, if you guys want to get through this tie, we've got to try and get something out in this game. So continue what you're doing, put more pressure, attack them, because these guys look like they don't want it, and that's what they've done. And throughout that second half, it was poor. Saka dribbling past his man, losing the ball, doing stuff. I think Rice taking long to pass the ball forward. Zubimendi was kind of grew a bit secretly. Eze kind of hid, wasn't really getting the ball. Gokeres was non-existent in the game. Martinelli, for once, took on his man and got him a yellow, but that didn't do that all game. And I think he only done it twice, in the whole game. Because I think he did play 90 minutes because there was no other left winger. Gabriel was struggling with Kofane all game, was not one of his best performances, and Arsenal just looked like lethargic. You can tell Arsenal have the quality that if at any point they turned up and showed some quality, they could have potentially won this game 2-1. There was the minutes were kind of down. Mikel made subs. For the first sub he does is take off a franchise player, Saka, who wasn't good today, and I think it's a message sub because it also, Saka looked like he was playing a bit injured. I'm not giving him an excuse, but he looked like he lost some kind of burst of pace or sharpness that he normally has. But even if he doesn't, he put on Madueke, who was the right sub, because he came with a bit more intent, a bit more pace, a bit more risk, a bit more endeavour, which obviously was what led to the goal as well. But it was just taking on Gramado, causing him a bit more problems, jinking the ball in and out. Sometimes some bad crosses, sometimes some good crosses, but that's what you wanted to see. A couple of good corners as well. And not too long, obviously, he takes off Gokeres for Havertz. Gokeres was out of the game. Havertz comes to faces against his team. Still nothing much has changed so far. Still, maybe getting a bit more territory, but nothing in terms of chance creation. Then he brings on Jesus for Eze. Eze did need to come off. I thought maybe Adama could have a chance. I think there was an opportunity for Lewis Skelly to come in this game, maybe for KAPE. But at the same time, maybe Mikel doesn't want to also give the game. Which I was telling Don, you don't want to go all out and try and win this game because you don't need to, especially when you got the game at home. If you're not playing well, you get in and maybe try and nick a point, nick a goal, nick a janky win, and then you move in it. You don't have to potentially leave yourself exposed. At that point, 1-0, if it goes 2-0 down, then it's a tough ask. You have to score 3 goals in the next fixture, or at least another goal here. And then the game goes by, but Madueke gets the ball quite late in the game, I think 89th minute. Beats the first man, then beats 2 guys, splits them, and I think it's Tillman or something. One of the striker number 10 came on, slid into the box, very dangerous. And some will call it soft, some will call it a dive. Obviously, it is a penalty. Ref gave it. It's not like anything. Tillman's back of his leg hits into Madueke, which causes him to clip himself. Obviously, he loses his feet. Obviously, as he driven to the box, so it is a penalty. But it's one of those ones that if it's given against you, you're very, very mad about it. But at this point, the way Arsenal are playing, I'll take it because I'm not trying to go back, with a loss, and I'm not trying to hold our 4th loss of the season, especially in that game. But we played dross. Obviously, Havertz steps up, puts the penalty away very comfortably, very nice. And then obviously Arsenal move. We had an opportunity at the end, I think, of a Gabriel Jesus header, but it probably wouldn't have counted because the referee blew the whistle for a foul in the box. But yeah, man, Arsenal are poor. And I don't know why. I actually don't know why. Yeah, because they were tired and leggy also in all 4 competitions, and the concentration that it takes and all this stuff. I agree, but a lot of these players got a break. They got to rest their legs for a week. Rice, Gabriel, Saliba. Raya, Zubimendi, Gokeres, they should be fresh and coming to this game. Yeah, I know Eze, Saka, Martinelli, KAPE, Timber did come on in the game, but against Mansfield, but still. So yeah, man, and obviously shout out to Kofane, that striker, man. He's good. Apparently he's idle. Samuel Eto'o really roughed up Gabriel tonight, and at times when roughed up Saliba as well. Really knows how to use his body way better than Gokeres does. And I'm not even criticizing a striker, but uses his body to get his body between defender, and then does well to manipulate the ball. Looks like he has a bit of pace on him. 19 years old. Don't know if he's that age, brother, but he's good. Will be a kind of one of that those kind of young strikers. If you can get him for 25 million, 30 million, I will take at Arsenal because you could develop him really into your own kind. But he has good intangibles so far and good height. I think 6'2". Shout out, I think it's Palacios. I think he looked decent as well in the midfield. Done his thing, and I shout out that manager. He was brave today. I think he got everything right. Whatever his game plan would have been. I think they played 3 at the back, and it was kind of difficult, especially when they were in settled possession, for us to kind of press them because those players moving and popping up everywhere. But we need to be better. And against Everton, it's good that we got the draw in the end for such a poor performance. And this was probably the worst performance for me from what I watched. Boring and just quality that I watched. And probably Wolves, home and away, maybe you could credit that as well. But we move, man. Everton on Saturday, we need to win, and that's the most important as right now, because as you said, win that game. 7 games left. We need to make sure that we handle our business against them, and hopefully we do. And hopefully these players respond. And then obviously Leverkusen next week, we handle our business. I wanted a result, but we didn't get that. But we got a draw at the end of the day, and that's all that matters. As much as I've ranted and I've got it out, obviously I'll look at the bright side. We didn't lose this game, and we have a home game where we expect to go through. So yeah, man. But this is Champions League. I thought we had the easy side of the draw, and you get humbled like that. So wake up, and it's a good wake up call at this point of the season. So make sure you comment down below that my rant has been out, and obviously end of the day I also got 1-1. Shout out Madueke for changing the game. Shout out Kai Havertz as well. And yeah, man, Saka's got to be better. That's what I'm gonna put. But we move. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.